Hey guys, on today's Disney Rewind, we're going to be talking about The Fox and the Hound, released back in 1981. The Fox and the Hound is about a fox named Todd and a hound named Copper, and they form an unlikely friendship, but as they grow older, their friendship is put to the ultimate test. We have made it to the 80s, you guys! We're in the 80s of Disney canon. It's pretty exciting. I feel like we're starting to kind of get into the cartoons that we're a bit more familiar with, since we were both born in the 80s, so yeah, I can't wait to kind of go through this decade and watch these cartoons again.
You make it sound like we were born in 1982 or something.
So, our overall impressions of The Fox and the Hound?
Fox and the Hound, it starts out super adorable. Well, slightly sad because somebody's mama gets killed. But and then it starts off all adorable and crap, and then like as it goes further in, you keep getting more like, oh man, oh man, oh man.
What do you mean, depressing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's true, this movie.
Because you see them as babies and you think, oh, it's so cute, and they play together, and then as they start growing up, you're kind of like, oh, it's still cute, but then the more the months go by, you're kind of like, uh-oh.
Things start getting like real and darker as the movie progresses. So yeah, it's like you start off with the really cute, moments, and yeah, by the end, you're kind of...
Yeah, so the beginning...
You're kind of sad by the end.
The beginning, you're sitting there laughing, and then you're kind of laughing in the middle, and then you get to the end, and you're kind of like...
I feel like the things going on in this movie are like very real, even though this movie is focused on these two cute fluffy animals. I feel like you as a person can maybe relate to this movie as well. You know, like the issues in this movie are the same sorts of things that people in real life can kind of experience with friends and friendship, and how friendship is put to the test, and that you're not always going to be friends with your childhood friend, that when you're older you're not going to have that same connection with your childhood friend.
It's just being portrayed through animals, because I'd personally rather want to see a movie like that with animals more so than like actual people.
And I feel like there's some sort of deep meaning in this movie. I'm trying to figure out what the deep meaning is, because in the background of the story of Todd and Copper, you have the woodpecker and that bird trying to go after that worm that turns into, or the caterpillar I should say, the caterpillar that turns into a beautiful butterfly at the end. And I'm trying to figure out what the deep meaning is, and how that kind of maybe connects with the Fox and the Hound story itself. And I want to say maybe it's just, you know, because you have the caterpillar, and it goes through this whole year, and it does its natural thing, it does what nature intends, and it turns into the butterfly at the end. And I feel like maybe that's kind of connecting too with Todd and Copper, like, they've gone this whole year, their friendship being tested, and, you know, they're a fox and a hound, and they're not supposed to be together. You know, the hound hunts the fox, and it's what nature intends. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, that's what nature intends. The hound goes after the fox, and so nature intends the caterpillar to turn into a butterfly. So, does that make sense? I feel like there's some sort of really deep, rich meaning, you know, but I'm not quite sure if I'm overthinking. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed The Fox and the Hound. It's one of those cartoons that I remember watching a lot as a kid, and I pretty much remember just about everything that happened. I couldn't remember every little detail, but a lot of images were very similar to what I had in my head.
Overall, I liked it as well, and yeah, I remember a lot that kind of happened through it, and you know, it was adorable, and then it had its sad parts, and so it had a like good balance of all that going together.
It has a really good story, I think. A very quick story. A lot happens. It's only an 83-minute movie, and a lot happens in 83 minutes. It's all very, very quick. It's like they're babies, and then all of a sudden they're like teenagers, I guess.
But not quick that it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, quick to help keep the story going.
Yeah. I mean, I think the one thing that I was a bit frustrated with, considering that this movie is called The Fox and the Hound, and it's about their friendship, it's a little frustrating that their friendship progresses so very quickly, you know, considering that is the core of this movie, and they kind of meet each other, and it's like they're really only friends for what appears to be a couple weeks, maybe. It's kind of hard to tell within the movie how long it is they're supposed to be friends, and then all of a sudden Copper is going away with his master to train to be a hound dog, and then he comes back, and they're both grown up, and yeah, it's like they didn't really spend that long together as friends. So yeah, it's like I wish the movie would have spent a bit more time with them as friends. That way, by the time you got to the ending, it's just really heartbreaking.
It didn't last long enough for you to, you know, feel that bond between Fox and Hound.
So I guess just getting into some more specifics here. Favorite character?
I personally like Chief, because
I do.
poor dude was like old, and then like I felt bad for him because here comes this nice young pup coming in,
Taking his
territory, and I felt bad, even though like he was adorable to him when he was like little and everything. But then then like Copper took his front seat, and I felt bad for him, and then he about dies, and I feel bad for him, and then he's sitting there and his legs hurt, and then the master is just like, oh, shut up, and he's like, oh.
Yeah, I liked Chief as well. He was really hilarious. You know, that's something I wish they would have explored a bit more too. Because like you were saying, him being replaced by the younger, more fit dog, and he's getting older. So I wish they would have played with that a bit more, you know, because I feel like there was a lot of meaning there as well. But yeah, I mean, the movie's focused on Todd and Copper, so. But yeah, I loved Chief. He was really great. I wanted more of him.
I wanted more of baby Todd and baby Copper.
Oh, me too. They were freaking adorable. Where's the plushies of those?
Baby versions, not grown-up versions, baby versions.
I also liked Big Mama. She was hilarious. She was like this no-nonsense owl lady, like, you better get in your place. If you were acting like a fool, she told you were acting like a fool. Best song. Were there really any?
Is there any really? Like, you know what I'll go with that song that Big Mama was singing about, something about being eliminated.
Lack of education?
Well, yeah, the lack of education. Because Todd was stupid, and he doesn't know what happens to his kind when they go messing around with hunters and hounds. And
yeah, she was basically telling him, hey, listen up, little boy, this is what happens when a hound goes after you. You're gonna get killed and shot and hung up on a wall with all these other fur skins and stuff.
Because he had a lack of education. Because his mama got killed and she never told him about hunters and things, so now an owl had to tell him. So I like that song. It's kind of funny. Yeah. It's not even really a song. It was just like a minute long, probably.
Probably my favorite song too. I just like, I don't know, the lyrics and the way it rhymed. It was kind of great.
And the whole time he was like, what are you talking about?
Things got dark kind of near the end of that song. Like I said, kind of near the end of that song, Big Mama goes and opens up that shed, and there's all those fur skins in there. And woo! Now, speaking of that shed, though, someone we didn't mention, we should have talked about our least favorite characters. Oh my god, what was his name? Ammo Slade? I think that's what his name was. Oh my god, I hated him.
He should have got ate by that bear.
Yeah, I wish that bear would have ate him.
But then Copper and Chief wouldn't have had a home.
Yeah.
Maybe that lady would have took him in and took
him. Took him dog.
Yeah, whatever her name was.
Favorite scene?
Well, I really liked the whole ending with the chase, trying to get away
from the bear.
Well, kind of going in before the bear.
Oh, when Slade set up all the
when he set up all those traps in the woods, and then Todd was running away and Copper was chasing him, and then all that, and then leading into the bear and stuff. It was all action packed, but
it was a pretty intense ending. Jeez, for a kids' cartoon.
But also
pretty violent too, with Todd and Copper sitting there scratching all over the bear, and you can see blood. Ooh.
But also the very beginning, where Todd is a baby fox, and he's being precious, and Big Mama shows up, and she's just like, "Oh, look at you!" And then she's trying to that whole thing with them trying to get the woman's attention to come take them, and stuff. It's like that whole part too.
I think my favorite scene was when Todd first met Vixie, and he was trying to show off in front of her that he could catch a fish, but he was a spoiled house fox prior to being dumped out into the forest, so he didn't know how to hunt for for a fish. So I like that part. And he was trying to be a man, like men do. He was failing miserably. That was really cute and adorable. Speaking of Vixie, you know, that's just something else in the movie. It's just rushed over so quickly. That's why I'm saying there's so much that happens in this movie. So freaking much. And they don't have time to really explore everything. And yeah, Vixie's one of those things that they don't explore very long, and they kind of just, it's like love at first sight between her and Todd, like insta romance, that's what it is, insta romance. And it happens so quickly.
Yeah, because I'm not sure if like some time went by, because there was like that really slow pan. But I'm not sure if that just meant time as in like a couple hours went by, or if a week or so went by. Because yeah, the way it was like panning across, yeah, I'm not sure what that was supposed to mean. If we were still on the exact same day, or if we at least were a weekend.
So moving on over to a book recommendation, which this isn't so much a book recommendation, it's more of a fun fact trivia. Did you know that The Fox and the Hound is based off of a book? It is called The Fox and the Hound, like the movie is, by Daniel P. Mannix. Is that what you told me? Daniel P. Mannix. I did not know this was based off of a book. I continue to be kind of shocked and surprised as we keep going down the list of Disney movies, because then at the beginning of every single one it says based off of a book. So yeah, if you're interested in reading The Fox and the Hound, go check it out. Is that even something that's still printed?
Makes me want to read it, because maybe there's more, we get to learn more about friendship and and everything, instead of it being rushed by so quickly.
Yeah. So, in conclusion, if you had to rate The Fox and the Hound on a scale of 1 to 10 Mickey ears, what would you give it?
I'm not sure if I want to give it a 7 or an 8.
I'm kind of leaning towards a 7.
Yeah, I'm kind of more to the 7 side. Because, like, I mean, it's still good, but, not like what would be in the 8s and stuff. Because those are for special movies.
Special movies. Yeah, I think I'd give it a 7 as well. A really good movie overall. I think it had some messages in there. Probably some deep messages that I feel like I'm kind of stupid and I haven't figured them out yet.
Or maybe there's no deep message.
Yeah, maybe there's no deep message in there. But yeah, great story about friendship and, I think just how friendship progresses.
How to handle a friend when they get angry. That's what the deep meaning is. Just walk away and don't return.
And I also really liked all the characters for the most part, except for the villain. Oh my god. I hated him so much. But yeah, I loved Todd and Copper, obviously, and Big Mama, and Todd's owner. What was her name? I can't remember the name.
I don't know, because that dude always called her woman.
Yeah, woman. So, oh my god, talk about the
so I don't know about her
lack
name.
of feminism in this movie.
I don't know about her name, because like nobody ever really mentioned her name, I don't think. And yeah, he's called her by name like maybe once or twice, but the rest of the time it was like, woman, control your fox.
You befuddled woman or something. Lack of a brain woman. Oh my god. He was bad. Yeah, and Chief. Love Chief. I also like the woodpecker and the bird and the caterpillar side story. That was really adorable too. Like I said, probably a lot of deep meaning there. Try not to think too hard about it. So, that's it for our thoughts on The Fox and the Hound.
Yeah.
Correct? Have you guys seen The Fox and the Hound? What did you think? Let us know your thoughts and opinions down below. So that's it for this month's Disney Rewind. We hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you liked this Disney Rewind, you may like these other Disney Rewinds. Bye guys.